Now the next practice strategy is called Go for Contrast, and it's number 13 on my list. Students have a great deal of fun with this practice strategy. It can start probably in the third stage of learning a piece when they're thinking about the interpretation, thinking about creating more contrast and dynamics and personality and mood. And in this Beethoven Sonatina, this is what you do. You have the student play the section that is at the beginning, and they know that it's forte. So once they complete that forte section, they have to stop. And they have to think about what dynamic level they're going to come in next. So then you clap, and then they start the next dynamic level. And you do this for the entire piece. And students are just having a ball with this practice strategy. So I'm going to do this to myself as if I am the teacher and the student. So we start. We stop. We think about the sound we want to create in the next little section, and then the teacher claps, and the student can play. And then the student stops again. They think about the forte section that's coming up. The teacher claps. And again, the student stops, thinks about the dynamic level that is going to happen next. The teacher claps. Stop. Now we have a mezzo forte section. So again, student thinks about the difference between the forte and the piano. When the teacher claps, the student stops again. Now we have a forte section coming up. Student has to think about it, focus, and then the teacher claps. And suddenly there's a piano section. They're not going to go on yet until this teacher claps again. And then that crescendo at the end is really it's the only crescendo in that whole first page, in the entire first page, so the student can really enjoy that. So Go for Contrast is marvelous. And then when the student actually plays the piece, they're going to remember where all those dynamic changes are. This is a perfect practice strategy for the third stage of learning when the students are thinking about interpretation, greater contrast and dynamics and mood and personality. And it's super when the student has memorized the piece and they can do all those stops and starts with different dynamics all by memory. So then you really know that your students are ready for a performance. So those are number 12 and number 13 practice strategies.